Hi there, all of you half-assed astronauts. Pete Tompkins here. And a few years ago, we bought this house. The house was built in 1986, and at one time in this nook area, there were these old, very unusual cupboards and shelves. We ripped them out. We put some drywall in, and we just bought a fairly inexpensive desk, slid it in here. And this is now I guess what you would call my editing for my production bay. And what I wanted to do today is show you how you can easily soundproof any room in your house using three simple things. A can of Elmers multi-purpose spray adhesive, a 12-inch by 12-inch foam sound tile, and a canvas that you buy online or at any arts and crafts store. It's real simple, it's very easy. It takes just a little bit of time, a little bit of ingenuity to do this, but it'll cut down on the flutter and the room echo in any room. Stay tuned. Now you might say, Pete, why would I want to take these canvases and put styrofoam sound tiles? Well, from my previous experience, when I used to use command strips and stick them to the back of these and stick them to my wall. But I found a couple things happen. The command strips never release from the wall the way they are advertised. You're supposed to be able to stick the command strip to the wall, pull that long elastic piece back, and it'll release it from the wall. What I found is 50% of the time it would either release or it wouldn't release, and you'd have to pull it off the wall, which would rip the paint off the wall. So what I decided to do is try to be less destructive in my process of creating the sound tiles, because I was just command stripping these to the wall. And I got this idea, what if I put the sound tiles onto canvas and just use one nail in the wall to hang the canvas. And I could move these around too. You can take them off, put them on, move them anywhere you want to put them. These are 12 inches by 12 inches. So what I did is I got a canvas that's 24 inches wide, 36 inches long. And you can buy these canvases anywhere. You can either go down to the craft store in your town and buy them, or you can order them online. Just do a search for paint canvases. And what I did is what I'm going to do is lay these out. This is 12 by 12, so that's 24. And it's 36 inches long, so it's going to be 2 across, 3 down. Like that, just make sure they all fit. And I like to create an interesting pattern. Horizontal lines this way, vertical, horizontal, vertical. This one will be horizontal. And it creates an interesting pattern. And it helps deflect the sound better if you mix up the patterns. So lay it out like that. So you'll have it all laid out on your canvas. And then what I do is I just spray the canvas with this Elmer's spray adhesive. One thing that you need to know is when you spray this, you should be in a well-ventilated room. You should not be wearing shorts overnight, because what happens is it gets on your legs and it sticks your hair to your legs, which has happened to me. The reason I'm spraying this on this carpeting is we're having this carpeting torn out in a few weeks, and we're going to have some type of ceramic vinyl tile put down. Snazzy stuff, I know. So you spray this liberally, not liberally, generously on the canvas. I start at the top, and I spray the back of each tile before I put it down. And you're going to want to get like right above it to be able to see where you're sticking it so it lines up the edge. It's pretty simple. It ain't 9 time all sticky. this is not really the smartest thing to do when the windows are closed and stuff like that, but hey, whatever. I'm throwing caution to the wind. And it's fairly easy to pick up and re-stick them. So those two, and I push down on them to make sure that they're stuck solid. Get some of the dog hair off. Oh. I'm gonna take a shower after this because my legs are gonna be all sticky. There you have it. You have this on here. Now the next thing you gotta do is roll it over. I'm gonna hang this one horizontally. What I'm gonna do is hang this horizontally behind my desk. Now there's a couple different ways you can hang this. You can either buy some wire and string wire where you want it, or you can buy these large sawtooth hangers. And I find, now all the ones that are up here on my wall that I showed you at the beginning of the video are hung with wire, but I found that it was hard to determine. I couldn't figure out how much wire to use to get each canvas to hang at the same level. So I think you have to be really precise with the wire, so I decided to try it with the sawtooth hangers because I know where those are gonna go. So I'm gonna hang these horizontally. And these, as I said earlier, are 36 inches wide. So 18 inches is going to be the center point. So all you need to do is mark this at 18 inches. Put my handy dandy pins out here. Mark 18 inches. Right there. That should be like the center point of that side of the canvas. Then you wrestle with these little bastards. Come on, you little bastard. Get the hell out of here. You pull out one of the sawtooths, and these sawtooth packages come with these little tiny nails all over the place. Dump them all out there. You put this right about the center. There's a little notch on these that designates the center. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a notch in the very center that they machined into this. It shows you where the center is. So just line it up as best you can so it's level. I didn't pre-drill any holes and then try not to smash your fingers. Okay, so that's on there now, as you can see. And then you just put a nail in the wall behind the desk and you hang it. Now I've pounded a nail into the wall right here, just below this shelf. And I've got one of those sawtooth things, and I'm just gonna hang it right on the sawtooth. Make sure it's centered, balanced all right. I think it's pretty good. And what this will do is when I'm sitting here doing voiceover work, right here, I usually sit right here and do my voiceover work. This will deaden some of the flutter or the reverb from the microphone I use up here. So it's not really doing much because these walls aren't soundproofed at all, so there's a lot of echo here. This deadens it a little bit. And I'm going to put one more over here to the right of my computer monitor. And then I've got this one here. And it works a little bit. And it looks good. It sounds good. I'm going to put more up here. I'm going to eventually have other things around here. But that's how to soundproof a room in an economical way. Is it the best? No, it's not the best. Because the best stuff costs a fortune and money that I don't have or care to spend on this. The best tiles and things like that cost hundreds of dollars, if not thousands. But you can do it economically and still achieve the same results. These sound tiles, there's still a lot of flutter because this wall and that wall don't have any soundproofing. So, but it will deflect and absorb some of the sound, or it won't deflect it, it'll absorb some of the sound when I'm talking this way. So when I pull my mic down and start doing a podcast, there'll be some flutter. But once I get the rest of this done, I'm eventually going to have like the whole thing where I have this display wall, real cheap display wall by putting sound tiles on that. I'm going to put that behind me. Now this wall with the sound tiles clamped to it is a display panel that I used when I was going out to arts and craft shows. Just a wire display panel. And what I've done is I've clipped sound tiles to it, like this and so. And when I'm recording something kind of casual, I move it behind my desk. I sit there and I put this wall behind me, and it cuts down quite a bit on the flutter. So as I sit, and I'll show you here, I'll move this in a little bit closer. Now the drawback to this wall is it's a little bit flimsy, and if you don't place the metal feet just right, it will collapse, it will fall over. But if you prepare yourself, it won't, it'll be fine. Now there's still flutter from this way. These walls aren't covered yet, but check, check, check. Like this way, there's no flutter. So if I'm sitting here and talking this way, I still need to put something up here to keep the flutter in, keep the flutter out. Otherwise, I would have to move this whole wall in a lot closer, but yeah, this is driving me a little crazy. It does enough to cut down on some of it. If you hear that. It's deader here, so I'm hoping that my voice going in here is going to reverberate back mostly this way and die. And it does a pretty good job. And if you see this wall, I've got two layers. Oh, one's falling off here. Let me fix this. Of sound tiles. And it does a pretty good job. It's not perfect. Again, I'm not doing voiceover work for Hollywood movies or anything. And if I'm going to do serious voiceover work, I'm going to go into a vocal booth I use in my walk-in closet. But I think for what I need to do, this does a pretty good job. But I'm trying to be economical about this as possible. I don't want to tear out the rest of these walls. I don't want to make it a big construction deal. There's no need to do that because there's no reason to make this whole room a vocal room. So if you have a room in like your apartment or your house, I don't think there's any need to try to soundproof the whole thing, depending on what you're doing. If you've been hired by MGM to do voiceover work for the next movie or something like that, by all means, invest the money into it. I'm not making that kind of money yet. So, but this works really nice. And if you want to try and give it a shot, I think you'll be happy with the results. It's a quick, inexpensive way to cut down on reverb in your room and create yourself a nice editing base. So keep on making voiceovers, keep on making videos. Thanks for watching. Click subscribe, give it the thumbs up. Peace and love.